All right, heidi-ho, everyone. My name is JP.
And I'm AC.
And this is Cardinal Pairadice. We're going to kick off our new episode. Actually on a down note a little bit this week, AC. Unfortunately, Reggie Bonifan's dad passed away this week, and sorry to hear that news. I was glad to see him, at least his dad, get to see him play in a Cardinal uniform, and give our best to Reggie and his family.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll move right along here. We're going to dive in head first to Louisville's unfortunate loss this week. We kind of took it on the chin on the road at Charlottesville. The Virginia Cavaliers took us down 23-21. A lot of negatives. It was our first road test. We failed. We had 4-14 on third downs. We only had 282 rush yards. We only had, 282 total yards, 79 rush yards. We had 4 turnovers, 7 penalties. Our average starting field position was like the 19-yard line, and they were starting from like the 48 or 49. Got a lot of cleaning up to do, buddy. A lot of cleaning up to do.
Yeah, our offense was, had a really hectic time doing some of the things that Bobby's teams normally do well. It was hard for me as a fan to watch it because our expectations have been so high for this team, and then we go out and we lay an egg like that on offense.
That was a surprise.
JP, I think we got out toughed. It seemed like we were fighting at all facets of the game. Special teams, offense. But
true.
Defense did
defense
well.
I thought played well.
But I did not expect a Bobby Petrino offense to struggle like that, and it seemed like we just did not make the adjustments at the half or during the game that coaches normally make, and hopefully we bounce back this weekend.
Yeah, it was disappointing. We scored on our opening drive and then didn't score until the fourth quarter again, and finally they started kind of stepping up and making some plays and looked a lot better, but we only scored 21 points, which is really not the norm for a Bobby Petrino team. But, I mentioned it in the show previously, John Tenuta, he's a great defensive coordinator, so I thought they did a good job against us, and it happens, and we weren't expecting us to go undefeated, so, I hate to lose, but it's a loss. We'll move on. I kind of feel sorry for Florida International. We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, I think the main thing with our fans is that our expectations are up. And normally we hadn't been losing over the last few years.
No, we haven't lost many games.
It hurts.
It does hurt. It does hurt things a little bit.
Yeah.
So our general team update, outside of, I don't know of any injury, but we need to clean up the mistakes, is our general team update. They need to update and get better at not making mistakes. Just clean up their act a little bit.
Yeah, I think as a whole offensive unit, special teams, and the coaches need to clean up some things too. It is a lot of things that could be fixed. With the coaches taking the forefront in that. So we do have a lot of things to clean up.
Yeah, more practice, more repetition. They'll fix it all. It's not anything that's it's not anything that's not fixable. It's no fatal flaws in their performance. They can get them going again. Yeah. So on to my favorite segment, the top dice player of the week. Even though it's a loss, we still like to give this away. It's lucky number 7. My top dice player of the week, AC, was Dominique Brown. He had 20 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. He also caught a couple balls for 17 yards. Dominique ran hard again. Didn't look like he got 74 yards because we didn't seem to get much rushing the ball all day long. But he did, and I think he played the best of anybody, so he's my top dice player of the week. What about you, my friend?
I'm going to go with, again, James Quick is one of my favorite players on the team. He had 5 catches for, I think it was 34 yards. He's looking more and more comfortable, and he got his first touchdown.
Yes, he did, yeah.
He's really playing at the pace of the game now. He's seeing the ball, he's catching it, and he's running. That speed. We just, everybody getting together. Eli, Gerald Christian, we need somebody to step up. We're still missing Devontae. Devontae is, I think one of our big things on offense is that we're looking for that person to step up. It was Teddy last year and Devontae. We don't have that this year. So somebody, they're on offense, they're looking for that go-to guy, the big play guy. And when that doesn't happen, I think we kind of panic as an offense. So, we got to get back in there and put some real work in.
It's a good observation, bud. Good observation. So this is my partner in crime's time. This is AC's wide receiver talk. So, AC, I'm going to let you take it away on this one too, my friend.
Well, again, we did some good things as a wide receiver core. I still think we have the best wide receivers in the nation here at Louisville. We need to continue to try to put those guys in positions to win, and like I say, we're pretty senior laden at that position. We got some older guys. Next year we're going to be breaking in a whole new bunch of receivers next year. So I think as a unit, they probably get a C+ this week.
Let's see, Charles Stanberry, I think, and James Quick were the only two that caught touchdown passes.
Yep.
So you're right. But we did have 9 different receivers, including Dominique Brown, catching ball this week. So again, they spread it around. It's hard for them to guard one guy. So good luck. Who are you going to key on? Obviously, he spread it around well again this week, and they really couldn't key on anybody. So
and JP, the Spider-Man update, Devontae, apparently he's walking with 2 shoes now, not just one. So we hopefully a couple weeks from now we'll be talking about him getting back on the field.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Be good for us. Be good for us. This week, our crapped out team of the week. This is from other games around the country. It can be whatever we want it to. I had a tough time with this one, and I ended up splitting mine, even though we try to pick one. USC lost to BC, lost to Boston College, at Boston College. USC was number 9 in the country. I think that was one team that crapped out. But then my pick, Virginia Tech, they got bounced by ECU. The Pirates, I told you they're going to come in there and steal one. They did.
You did. You told us.
Virginia Tech, you crapped out, probably more so than USC did.
Yeah.
So Virginia Tech's my crapped out team of the week. AC, what about you?
I'm going to have to go with you. I since we moved to the ACC, now I'm rooting for ACC teams.
Yeah.
And, I picked Virginia Tech. So they surely crapped out for me this week.
They did. Yeah. ECU jumped on them early. It was never even a game. I mean, it was a game late, but, ECU was up like 21-0 before Virginia Tech finally scored in the second half. So
and the thing about that's kind of amazing is that over the years, nobody out-toughs Virginia Tech. They've always been tough.
True.
So it didn't work out for them Saturday.
No, it didn't. And also, let's see, Georgia, South Carolina. I got that one right, too. Kind of got lucky this week on my picks. We can address that later. But anyway. All right, so now we're going to jump right into that now. Our Paradise picks for next week, which are 2 games that AC and I pick against the spread. The 2 games that I think we ought to key on this week, AC, number 22, Clemson takes on number 1, Florida State, at Florida State, at Tallahassee. Florida State's getting 19.5 points. That's too many. I like Clemson to cover in that game.
Well, again, it's Clemson, another big game. They might be right. I think Florida State wins at home by about 25.
Okay. Well, AC's got them covered, so I got Clemson. He's got Florida State. The next game, the Auburn Tigers, number 5 team in the nation, taking on K-State, the number 20 team in the nation. Bill Snyder Field, I don't know, buddy. Auburn better be careful. K-State, that coach is great. I love him. Auburn's favored by 8 points. I'm going to go with K-State to cover as well. I'm going to go with both the dogs this week.
Auburn's going to obviously beat them. They have a total team effort. I mean, it's I think last year they came together and they're just going to keep that train rolling. You won't be able to. K-State won't be able to do anything with them.
Okay. All right. AC likes Auburn to cover and Florida State to cover, and I like Clemson and K-State. I'm going to take both the dogs. So our next thing, we got another little wrinkle here we like to throw in the show, and we got some note cards there. I also threw out a couple other good games here. Wanted to point out that one of my good friends, Scott Smith, a.k.a. Nick Papa Giorgio, is headed to Las Vegas on Thursday. And so, Papa Giorgio, I'm going to throw you a couple of bones here. This will win you a little money to get you up before you even get out there. First game is the Ducks versus Washington State. I love the Ducks, AC. I don't know how you feel about it. I think the Ducks roll them.
Yeah, I'm with you. Ducks roll.
All right, well, that was easy. Next thing, Texas A&M and SMU. Does SMU even have a coach?
I don't even know if they have a team.
Yeah, I don't either. Resounding no. Gig 'em Aggies. I think the Aggies kill SMU. AC, I don't know how you feel about that one.
Well, I want to say it again. SMU, you probably shouldn't even show up.
Yeah, well, that one was easy too. Now, the Mighty Hoosiers. Little known fact that I do have a little special place in my heart for the Mighty Hoosiers. They're going to take on Missouri this week at Missouri. I feel bad for the Mighty Hoosiers because they're going to get rolled out of that place. I like Missouri in that game. I think that's a slam dunk too.
I like how you have Mighty Hoosiers.
I do have the Mighty
Hoosiers. You might want to drop that. They're
right?
just a Hoosiers now. So,
all right.
Yeah, Mizzou runs away with it.
All right, so we're going to give those away. Now let's jump on into this week's game preview. We're going to travel to sunny Miami to take on Florida International. They're 1-2 this so far in this year's campaign. They got beat by Pitt last time out, 42-25. They jumped on Pitt early. They were actually up maybe 16-0 early, so they came out of the box pretty hot. They don't have T.Y. Hilton anymore. He's at the Colts. I know, because that guy torched us the last time. Yeah. They have a good run defense. Coleman and Louder, a couple of wide receivers they have are really good.
Hell, they're Miami. They got athletes.
Yeah, they do. You know. But you know what? I like Louisville big in this game. I don't think it's close. We're coming off a loss. I think we're going to get the offense going. I'm going with Louisville 52-14 in this game, AC.
Wow, that's a lot coming off the debacle we just had this weekend. You know, you get a lot of our kids, they're going home, back to Florida to play, so emotions are going to be running pretty high. We did that last time we went down there. Guys kind of got into, visiting family, being home, and get the concentrations off. So I'm gonna pick Louisville, but I'm gonna go 42-10.
42-10.
Yeah.
I got 52-14. So we'll see how those go. We do have a couple of questions. One question is from Nick Papagiorgio from Yuma, Arizona. Nick asks, "Do you feel like Louisville bounces back this week?" Easy question for me. I say yes in a big way. AC?
Yeah, we bounce back because we're playing FIU.
True. It's kind of a lower tier team there, but we'll be all right. And Carlos from Madison, Indiana asks, it looked like neither quarterback looked real comfortable this week. What are your thoughts, and can we get that rectified?
Well, I think Will is we need to put him in a better position to be successful. Field position was a big factor in the game, and again, he did not look comfortable in the pocket. So I don't know if there's some different things Bobby can do to help him, maybe bootleg him, get him out, do something that Will is extremely good at doing, but he doesn't look good and look comfortable in the pocket. Reggie was put in some situations where, it's hard for senior quarterbacks to be successful. But, if Reggie travels with the team, I think Bobby will get some of that stuff fixed. But, Will's got some mechanical things he needs to work on, and he needs to get those fixed before he can be successful. So we do bounce back.
Okay, yep, and I appreciate that. Well, listen, that's a wrap for this show. I'm JP.
And I'm AC.
This is Cardinal Pairadice, and that's how we roll.